This is the weather forecast video for Wednesday, May the 23rd, 2012. Taking a look at the satellite image from last evening, you can see a complex of showers and thunderstorms over the northern high plains and upper Midwest, some of which produced some severe weather during the evening and overnight. Otherwise, outside of a few clouds over the east, it was fairly quiet across the country. Watch warning map at before midnight proves that right offhand. An expiring severe thunderstorm watch over the northern high plains, red flag warning over the southwest, and a few scattered issues over the east, but nothing widespread. But the QPF chart, precipitation over the next 5 days through Sunday evening at 7 o'clock, shows some widespread decent amounts of rain from Nebraska northeastward into Minnesota and Wisconsin. Around here we could see a quarter of an inch over the southeast to 3 inches. And look at this. A slight risk of severe weather for today and tonight for areas west of a line from about Hamburg to Northwood or Mason City. And this extends further to the west. Here's the tornado outlook for today and tonight. A 5% chance over southwest Minnesota, northwest Iowa into Nebraska, and far north central Kansas. Could there be a few tornadoes? Yeah. Better chances look to be slightly further west. Damaging wind outlook. A small 30% area from about Hastings, Nebraska through Lincoln and Omaha to about Audubon and maybe even Guthrie County. And the large hail outlook with the better chances, the 30% over northwestern Iowa into Nebraska and north central Kansas, where the hatched area, where they could see some significant hail, maybe over a golf ball sized. So let's take a look at this interesting weather event with the 0Z GFS Model Run at 1 p.m. this afternoon. You'll see some energy over, bits of energy over the northern high plains and northern Rockies. At the surface, a couple surface lows, one over Manitoba, another over southwestern Kansas. Showers and thunderstorms are likely to break out along a frontal system that will be slow to move across the area. Even on Thursday, a low pressure over Iowa, but this front will be slow to move, so thus the QPF chart showing the heavy rain in northwest Iowa, whereas southeast Iowa gets virtually almost nothing. And then by Friday, whoop, there it goes. And there goes all the moisture. Doesn't that sound interesting? The eastern half of the state is getting to be desperate for rain, and western Iowa's getting too much. And by heading into Saturday, here comes another storm, warm front, with some showers and thunderstorms. Could there be some severe weather? But anyway, that storm moves well to the north, and Sunday it's going to be hot, highs possibly into the 90s. It's going to be a very hot Memorial Day weekend, so prepare for very hot and humid weather. And on Monday we could see some showers and thunderstorms, isolated to scattered, 20 to 30% shot. Temperatures in the 80s to lower 90s. Hot, humid. It's the hot, hazy days of summer. And then Tuesday still looks seasonally warm with highs in the 80s, with showers and storms off to our south and east. The humidity will be a little lower. And a week from today, on the 30th, a bit of energy moving along the U.S.-Canadian border just to our north. Otherwise, a pretty quick west-east flow, and at the surface we could see some more showers and storms. And some parts of the state really need this rain now, because it's been several weeks in some cases without any measurable rain in some parts of the state, so we'll really need it. A couple days later, June 3rd, trough axis over the east, another one over the northern Rockies, ridge in the middle, and when we're in the middle of the ridge, that means it's going to be hot and breezy with southwesterly winds. We could see temperatures well into the 80s, maybe pushing 90, and humidity coming back, so June is going to start out hot and humid, it looks like. And a couple of days later, at the end of the forecast, June the 7th, storm track along the U.S.-Canadian border, typical of summer. Hot dome over the south, typical of summer. And just a few summertime showers and storms, typical of summer, and the storms relatively weak, moving across Canada. So looks like a summertime pattern for summertime heading into the month of June. Thank you for tuning in to the weather forecast video. We'll have another one on Thursday.